Safe here. I'm going to do a quick overview of Raven's Landing, the new one on PTS right now, soon to be live. So the bridge has changed just a little bit. They've put down little barricades that you'll see. I don't think that'll stop vehicles going through, but slow them down a bit. There's still that little anti-vehicle turret there facing the bridge. Check out this road that leads from Arctis Firearms Corp. Pretty crazy. So it leads two ways up, as you can see. And these little bridges here, they've got little lifts on them. So even more ways for infantry to get up. The bridges lead around to a path that meets up towards the ascent. That main path that keeps going uphill meets up with these little paths that are from the end of the bridge. And here's the ascent, which is of course a hugely different base with a giant cavern for A point. Which I implore you to check out sometime, it's incredible. But I digress. Back to Raven's Landing. So yeah, the second bridge here also has a lift on it, which you can just see. Here's a little Sunday garage. Infantry can't come up through here, but you could pretty safely park a Sunder in there. Still a landing pad, but no air terminal, which is same as the old Raven's Landing. And check out where A point is now. Completely different. In fact, I don't think it's a very defendable sort of A point. The old one used to be right next to the spawn. This is a lot closer to the main entrances that the roads lead to. Be a lot easier for attackers to get there. This little hut used to be roughly where the old vehicle pad was. Now it's just a little hut. The vehicle pad you can just see over there. And the spawn room. Spawn room's in the same place it always was. And the old A point building has just been rotated on its side, as you can see. But it doesn't really have much in it except serve a bit of cover for defenders rushing to A point, going across this little bridge thing. There's a teleporter inside the spawn room as well, but the exit of it is kind of weird. Well, one thing to point out is we just saw an AA turret. There's still one AA turret, whereas before Raven's Landing had two. There's the exit for the teleporter, which is, I guess, useful if you're trying to stop attackers from the ascent, but if the attackers are coming from Arctis Firearms, it won't help much. So just a little bridge that goes across the A point here. Connects up with the landing pad as well. Plenty of cover. Well, sort of. There's an anti-vehicle turn here as well now, which faces down the road to Rex's Firearms. Little path under the landing pad. Lots of infantry routes. The Go Trail that was always there is, well, still here, but you'll see in a sec it's been expanded upon. There's a new base there on the left that you can see. That's Lift Corp Central. The Go Trail leads up to it as well. And that's a crazy base that one is. You can see the spawn room on the right there. But basically defenders have to go down and down and down to get to A point. Lots of AA turrets on it. That could be an issue. Especially since a lot of them overlook Raven's Landing. Defenders go down here, and look, there's A point. Pretty crazy, hey? And that connects up with the road to the ascent here. Most of the path from Ascent to Raven's Landing, the big long road, is unchanged. Except they added this little road here from the Bastion, actually. So now, the Bastion can get up here too. For the most part, this bridge and road is unchanged. Back to Raven's Landing. Woohoo! Overall, I don't think it's as defendable as it was before. There's just so many more routes into here now, especially with the 8 point further away. Makes it kind of tricky. Anyway, Burn Stuff out.